Radiant team ban.
Alright, welcome back everyone to Game 2 between Fabulous Fagos and Armata Gaming in the CEVO Season 2 playoffs. This is the third round of the upper bracket. This is a best of 3, as this is Game 2. Fabulous Fagos taking the victory in Game 1. I'm Helium from FMBP Dota, and once again, I'll be bringing this action to you. The ban's already underway, as we can see. Wisp and Nyx taken out. So Nyx not taken out last time. Maybe that means Fagos might switch up their strategy a little bit, as I've seen them play Alchemist 3 games in a row now and go 3-0 with it. So obviously very comfortable with the hero and very comfortable with that playstyle of 4 Protect 1, Alchemist being that 1. And we actually saw them run a 4 Protect 1 where Alchemist was included, but he was running around on the map buying space for the Lone Druid, which also worked out very well for them. So they know how to work the Alchemist. I'm hoping they actually pick something different, or it's snatched from them. They take the Visage first, so another strong, aggressive tri-lane hero. Shout out to OTC for playing a sick Visage in Game 1. Really gave his team a head start. Unfortunately, not able to capitalize enough on that, as they did drop. Alchemist just got a little too large. They took a 1 or 2 fights that weren't amazing, and that kind of put him behind, of course, as it normally does. Weaver picked up here as the second hero for Fagos, and then Nature's Prophet and Alchemist were the first two picked up on the side of Armata Gaming, and I didn't finish with the bans, so Batrider being taken out, as always, by Armata Gaming, and then another strong mid OD being taken out with their second ban. And we've pretty much caught up now, so third ban coming pretty soon from Fabulous Fagos. There are other games going on, so if you actually know anyone from the teams of No Fire, Wisp, Bottom, or Chibusa's minions, they should be playing. They should be probably in their second game as well, unless their first went very long. So check that out. I don't know if anyone's casting it, but if you got them on your friends list, you can just watch it. There's also Orion Esport versus Spider Riders. Not sure if that one's happening. Orion took a couple forfeits, so it was probably another one. Phantoms Esports versus We Have Laser Guns. That should be pretty good as well. And then Team Elephants versus, it'll say What Up Now Swedes, but it's actually just Team Elephant versus Faded. That should actually be a pretty solid game there. So you can check those out. Obviously, I can't cast them. All these games happen at the same time, which is a little unfortunate, I guess, for me and for those interested in watching. But yeah, some sick games. Probably won't do the replays. Turns out casting replays is boring, especially when you know what happens. But anyway, the bans have caught up, so that was about all I had to say there. The Naga Siren is being banned out once again, so I'm kind of glad. She's definitely more fun as a support than she was in TI2 as a carry with Boo, sleeps all the time. A little more exciting as a support, but again, still kind of boring with the sleep. Just disrupting everything. But yeah, so Naga taken out. Bane is taken out. It was played the last game by Static. Pretty good throughout the early game. Maybe one very questionable Fiend's Grip at the tier 2 tower in the mid lane that maybe started the rolling. They were climbing uphill. They were climbing towards that victory. Then there was a little bit of a misplay there, and they started to slip back down into a flaming abyss. So yeah, that happened. And then Naga and Bane have been banned out by them on Armata Gaming. Fabulous Fagos, they take out a Coddle, so maybe you're looking to get some push early on, or just trying to aggressive tri-lane for sure. Probably with the Weaver and the Visage here. They don't want to go against a Coddle, as he's very annoying. I'm sure you've never noticed. And then Rubik being their other ban out as well. Very nice defensive hero with that telekinesis, which can also stun multiple on the drop, and then the Fade Bolt, which does a lot of damage, as well as reducing your own attack damage. So another strong defensive tri-lane hero. But we got a Vengeful Spirit. He's going to join the ranks of Alchemist. She's going to join the ranks of Alchemist and Nature's Prophet, as well as Shadow Demon, the 4th pick there by Armata Gaming. So pretty good supports. They roam decently together. Shadow Demon can put them under. Vengeful Spirit with the stun, the armor reduction from the wave, and then the illusions are going to do work from Shadow Demon, as well as either Nature's Prophet or their mid pick that will likely be the 5th one here. The 3rd pick for Fagos was the Nyx, a Life Stealer. Probably going to see him solo safe, to be honest. He wins most of those 1v1 matchups. Prophet's not the easiest matchup, but Life Stealer, while he might not be able to free farm in that matchup because of the harass from the trees, and Nature's Prophet's fantastic last hit animation and range. It'll be a bit of annoying, but with a couple levels under his belt, Lifestealer can easily kill the Nature's Prophet, especially if for some reason he's running around the lane with no mana and can't TP out. It's generally bad news. They pick up the Lina as well, which is interesting. Okay, so Weaver's going to be solo, and Lifestealer's going in that tri lane. So with the Lifestealer Open Wounds or the Grave Chill from Visage Lina, we'll say it's about an 80-90% guaranteed stun with a Light Strike Array, so likely to be the combo there.
10 seconds
as we
remaining.
see some more bans, once again, Storm Spirit taken out, especially taken out this game by Armata Gaming because of the possibility of a Nake's Bomb with that Lifestealer that has an insane win rate.
Reserve time.
And I'm sure in pubs, amateur Dota, and even professional Dota, I think at one point it was like 80%, but that was a while ago. But either way, a very good combination to be scared of, and a wise ban here. So a few more heroes that can do it, of course. They're in need of a mid. There's a Quap, there's a Puck, both of them pretty much Lifestealer bombs, even Timbersaw for that matter, or Clockwork, could all go mid. And well, it won't be Quap, so there's still quite a few options left for that Nake's Bomb. Could even go on Weaver, to be honest. This is why Lifestealer is normally banned. He's a very good hero and can be a strong initiator when combined with another hero with quick movement or, of course, a blink.
Templar Assassin.
Oh, but the TA's picked up, so this is going to make the mid decision a little bit harder for Fabulous Fagos. I don't really know what they had in mind, but heroes that do well against TA don't really have that much maneuverability or jumps, and don't build Blink Daggers. The two I'm thinking of that I kind of rattled off last game, Venomancer and Viper. Darkseer does decently as well. This has the Surge. Who else? Jakiro. Haven't seen that for a long time, but it actually does shut down a TA pretty easily with the Liquid Fire and a Dual Breath.
5 seconds remaining.
But we'll see what they decide to go here.
Reserve time.
Alright, so they do go with the Viper. And looking to see something a little bit different from Fabulous Fagos this game. I don't believe I've seen them run an aggressive tri-lane yet. I think I did a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago when I cast them. I want to say an NLGS or something like that. But so far in the CEVO playoffs, they've been pretty much sticking to that Alchemist. I have a feeling whoever's playing this TA probably not too thrilled at the moment, as after seeing that Viper pickup. It's going to be a tough lane. I wonder if they'll maybe lane swap it, try to put the TA versus the Weaver and the Viper versus the Nature's Prophet, at least to shake things up off the beginning. I mean, you might as well. Oh, and looks like I already did switch my overlays. So once again, getting these introductions started here on the Dire, we have Armata Gaming. We've got Fan of So Young. Played a pretty nice Ursa last game. This time we'll see him on a Nature's Prophet, see what he can get done on that. Gonna be that offlaner. Could just move into the jungle as well. OTC this time, he did play the Visage last game. This time he's going on to an Alchemist, so switching up his role a little bit into this game. See how that works out for them. Scar played an offlane Bounty Hunter. This time he's going mid on a Templar Assassin. Looks like he didn't get regen, or he's getting it. No, he's got 354 gold. He got his own regen, but it was on the Courier bringing it out to him. So going mid with a fast bottle build, pretty much what he has to do, I think, versus the Viper. And Static with wards, lots of regen. This time playing a support Shadow Demon. How do I keep gripping? I don't understand. And Jaw here. It's finally played a nice Gyrocopter in the mid lane last game. This time to be supporting on that Vengeful Spirit, but let's make sure we don't have an initiation. Looks like we might. They smoked up S4 on the side of Fabulous Fagos, and they find them all. They're going to drop a ward with some nice vision into this aggressive tri lane. I like that, actually, sending 4 up here right away to sort of to get in their faces, maybe get a pick off and drop this ward with great vision to the pool camp and also behind the tower, so they're going to know exactly what's up when they're in their lane and they're trying to get aggressive. But let's introduce Fabulous Fagos. Finally, that
this is it.
There will be no conflict in the top lane. So we've got Blarg here playing the Viper once again in the mid lane, so not having switched up his roles at all. Shredder on the Nakes, so we're carrying that tri-lane scenario, not switching his role either, and I'll just stop there because they switch none of their roles. Better with Bacon and the offlaner solo farming this time. And that's going to be on the Weaver. Looks like he went pretty heavy on the regen, bought all of it himself, so pretty standard build there. Broccoli and Cheese played a Rubik last game, died quite a few times to a Visage. This time he is the Visage, so out for blood. Centuries of regen and some GG branches to signify a good game. And last but not least, we got Rarsum here on the Lina with lots of regen. It looked like, I think she was carrying the ward. She's already dropped them static. Dropping one right next to that as well. And the game is pretty much underway at this point. So the tri-lane versus tri-lane has clashed. In the mid lane, they didn't dodge the TA. He's going to be going against a Viper. And likely going to be very annoying. He's almost already out of mana. 3 last hits. And pretty much zoned out from here on. After he uses his next refraction. Although lucky for him, he's got the last hits he needs to have that bottle coming out pretty soon. So he'll have some sustainability, but will be forced to bottle Crow in that scenario. And better with Bacon. Versus the Nature's Prophet, we can see he's already level 2, Prophet being zoned out pretty hard. Better with Bacon doesn't really care about the Treants, because with a couple more levels, the Geminate attack and the Saguchi, he can burst them down very quickly, and he's doing a great job of just farming the wave as it is. So hard lane for Prophet, but at least he'll be able to get some levels. If anyone's going to die, I'd very much expect it to be the Nature's Prophet though, not the Weaver. Stun goes out in the top lane by Rarsum. There's a Grave Chill to follow up as well. It's not a whole lot of mana, but it does bait actually quite a bit more mana out of the Shadow Demon. So the Grave Chill prompts 70 mana, prompts 120 mana spell in a tri-lane at this level of play. It's pretty worth it. And speaking of spammable spells, 90 mana on the Light Strike Array. It's pretty spammable as well, so they can really just do that and harass quite a bit. Whereas Shadow Demon, he's got a couple of those. He's not super mana independent with the clarity we can see as well. You can only get about 1 off the Magic Missile, maybe 2 if the team fight's a little drawn out in the early stages. So, pretty mana intensive heroes in this defensive tri-lane, but they do have the regen to keep it up for at least a little while. 9 last hits now onto the Weaver. Nature's Prophet at 7, so he's doing pretty decently. We see Scar here with the rune control picking up that regen from the bottom rune, but meanwhile Blarg just leveling and farming. As he's, let's see, 4, he's a little bit ahead, not too much in terms of the XP, but the last hits 10 to 8, again, still pretty close. And the tri-lane looking for blood. They didn't ward the pool because they wanted to be able to fight here. The disruption goes out. Is there anything to layer on top of it? The Light Strike, pretty much just to zone. Broccoli and Cheese actually takes a large chunk of damage, and they're going to draw the first blood. So-Yun was up here as well to get an assist on that. Does he have a Sprout? He does, but a nice 3-man Light Strike Array from Rarsum is going to disrupt that, and they're going to have to back off.
Dire's top tower is being attacked like nobody's business.
And so far, Scar not having as much trouble as I would have thought. This regen rune is very much what he needed, so some RNG there, I guess, for Scar. Going to help him out a lot in this lane. And Blarg's probably like, darn it. Taking quite a bit of harass, actually. And that's that rotation to the top of the teleport has So-Yun running back to base. He's got his boots up now. Might just buy Blades of Attack and use his teleport to go back down to the bot lane. Exactly what he's going to do. So he'll be down there pretty soon. But meanwhile, Weaver getting a little bit of farm up to 1,000 gold right now. So likely going to, at this rate with his free farm, going to be rushing that Linken's. Maybe if he's doing really well, can go Treads Aquila into a Linken's, but able to pretty much harass So-Yun out of lane completely, even with the Treants. They really don't stand a chance. And yet another rune going the way of Scar, so he's going to pick up this Illusion. It's not an amazing rune, but actually it does give him a large kill window, maybe. If he will be holding onto this rune when he hits level 6 with a nice trap, will likely be able to kill Blarg. And that would be big for a TA in this matchup, actually, who is out farming. 16 last hits right now. So Scar doing a really good job. Now the harass being traded, the sentry is dropped, the illusion has been used, Blarg still continuing to chase, and that's going to be a fight to the death right now. I think Blarg might actually be on the losing end of it with the illusion rune. Indeed he is! So second blood going out to Armata Gaming. First blood as well. I don't think I made a big enough deal about the first blood in the top lane. The first blood came when 4 heroes showed up in the top, and they took down... Who actually died there? It was Broccoli and Cheese that went down for the first blood. And a nice kill there in the mid lane. And the top, though, OTC was zoned out a little bit by Shredder as he's just trying to get his last hit. So let's check out the 2 carries in the tri-lane versus tri-lane scenario. 21 on the Nakes to 7 on the Alchemist. So despite dropping 1 kill here, and Weaver just picked up... Okay, so it's nice. 2 kills at once, and I missed them both. In the bot lane, better with Bacon on the Weaver, going to take out Soyeon on the Nature's Prophet, and Blarg in the middle lane going to take out Scar, who died right at the base of his tower there on the Templar Assassin. So a nice individual plays there in both of those lanes. Unfortunately, I'm a scrub and I missed them both, but
I don't mean to be
pretty much
alarmist,
imagine what happened, especially in the bot lane. Geminate attack Saguchi, Geminate attack Saguchi, pretty much how it works. The biggest kill potential for a Weaver is at level 7 with 4 points in Saguchi, and either 1 or 2 in Geminate attack. Sometimes you'll see 3 in Saguchi, 1 in the Swarm. But anyway, top lane rotation over. Sprouted up there is Rarsum, so nice sprout by Soyeon, and the stun comes out from OTC. Can they continue chasing? There's the disruption from Static, and maybe a little iffy, but it doesn't really matter. Broccoli and Cheese is going down here. He bursts. Maybe he could have burst Soyeon, but likely not to get a kill either way. They're all going to live, so 2 more kills going the way of Armata Gaming right now, and they're getting this game off to a nice start. Maybe they're farming a little bit better here, especially with that nade, so we can see they're a little bit ahead, but I expect those graphs to turn right back around towards even as they push this tower with 4, let's see, 2 points in the Treants or Nature's Call right now, so they can push it pretty effectively, but everyone's TP'd up here, and now Blarg coming in as well. So Yun heads back to the bot lane to try to defend his tower as Weaver is pushing it. And let's see, the phase boots are up and operational on the Nature's Prophet, so he can roam around a little better when he TP's top to get involved. He's got some more move speed, some more attack damage, just a little bit more useful. Still likely going to go a Midas after those phase boots. Pretty much the new build, I suppose, on the Nature's Prophet these days. And he's got his ultimate up, so it's a nice addition to the teamfight damage that they do have. Jaw hitting level 4. Likely to get Hell of Wave of Tear. We'll see what he skills up. Nope, gonna go just put another in Vengeance Aura, which is probably helping them out a lot, especially this Nature's Prophet and the TA on Scar doing quite a bit of damage, more than they should. OTC in a little bit of trouble. The Open Wounds is there. The Grave Shield goes out, but Static with the disruption there on Sorarsa. Now Broccoli and Cheese looking to be in trouble. No Wave of Tear, but a Sprout comes out. Soyeon is there. He's gonna drop Vengeance Spear, picks up that kill. Shadow Demon took out the Lina a little while before that, and that's the 2 supports down for Shredder. He's forced to run back to his tower, and the defensive tri-lane actually doing work in the top lane, and even Scar winning the mid lane now. They've traded 1 for 1 on kills so far. I'm not sure if a Rune was involved for the kill that Blarg got, but the CS 38 favoring the Weaver to 28 on Scar, but he's ahead in the net worth, and that's all that really matters at this point in the game. As he bottles yet another rune, the rune control very much in favor of this TA, which is to be expected. Able to push the wave out just a little bit faster with the side blades. I'm not sure on the actual move speed values, 355, 335, so yeah, a little faster as well. Still able to get that rune control, no problem. And the wards, a little light on the wards. There's one here recently placed by the Radiant, so that's going to be Phagos to keep an eye on things. Rarsum, though, in trouble, takes a big melt hit. Can he go down? Yes, he will. Scar pops the DD. Soyeon's involved in this. Another refraction's up. I think Blarg is going to be dropping here. The trap goes off. The slow is enough. Soyeon, such nice timing on that TP. And Scar with the double damage rune. I wonder if they knew he had it, or they just thought they had the damage. It seemed pretty risky. The melt hit with the DD. And Refraction level 4 is going to be doing a lot. And I think they're actually going to get the mid tower after that. And in the top lane, though, Broccoli and Cheese and Shredder in a bit of trouble. Shredder going to be stunned up by that magic missile, so now that's used on a target that's going to be a little harder to kill. Rarsum joins back in on the fun. Shredder getting pretty low after that Nature's Wrath, but OTC is going to drop here. Broccoli and Cheese picks up that kill. Now Shredder trying to do work. Likely to be focused down. Rarsum trying to help. Shredder juking through the trees, and all supports are up here now for both sides. And the magic missile goes out on Shredder and Jaw, just with a little poke there. Oh, but the Dragon Slave from Rarsum is enough. The long range, pretty annoying spell, could be enough to pick him off.
I don't mean to be alarmist.
Some sweet items as well.
Very nice. Dire's structures are fortified.
Well, Shredder lives, or Shredder dies, excuse me. I'm so used to him playing Alchemist. OTC, I think lives, maybe dropped at the beginning of that. No, I think he lives all throughout that. Shredder goes down, so I think the trade in favor, and I think they even got more kills out of that for Armata Gaming. So once again, 9-4, starting off with a good early game. They're still losing in XP just a little bit, but well ahead in gold right now with the 1,000 gold advantage. So Yan actually went Earn, so battle profit here, not going Midas. He gets phase Earn, so looking to get involved, and he's done a very good job of it so far. We can see he's 1-1 and 7, so 7 assists, which maybe that's not that special. It's pretty easy to get assists with Nature's Wrath. But the mid tower goes down. I'm not sure if TA just got it or it went down when we were looking at it a little bit earlier before the team fight in the top lane. But a lot of map control gained from that. That's the only tower to go down so far. Lina is TPing into the top lane, so there's going to be 4 up here. I don't know if they've spotted Blarg on the side of Phagos, but they're really trying to get something done. Let's see the farm. Still 34 to 20. Nature's Alchemist. Yeah, actually trailing a net worth to the Nyx. So I guess the tri-lane, I mean, despite the kill disadvantage they're finding themselves in, is actually working out. But maybe looking to make a trade, defend this top tower with the acid spray. It's up to level 2, and go for the Roche. They got the chance to tank it up. A bit of damage there from the Nature's Prophet as well, since he's got the phase, and of course the armor reduction from the melds hits. They're going to be able to do this no problem.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And Phagos has no idea, actually. I don't even know why these 3 are backing up. I feel like they could almost fight and kill top and take the Roche. They're finding themselves in a pretty nice situation in the early game to very much dictate the fights. The only thing that may be going poorly is that has an ultimate orb already at 11 minutes, as well as treads. He just last hits a tower there. But the Roche goes down at 11:50, and they're going to hand that Aegis over to the TA. So Scar now has an Aegis. He's hitting a lot. He's farming quite a bit as well. And Better with Bacon is not too far off now from that Lincoln Sphere. Once he gets that Lincoln Sphere, he can start fighting, or at least farm with the security of knowing I have a Lincoln Sphere, I can probably get away. And then farm up into either a BKB or a Desolator to tank up and or get some damage. Haste Rune also bottled. I'm pretty sure about 90%, if not more, of the runes have gone to Scar on the TA. Shredder now just opting the jungle. Vengeful Spirit is actually going to scout him out. They find him there. Now we see Scar rotating over, hit him with the trap. He's TPing out, but he didn't rage, and there's the swap. Immediately into the rage, but he should have just rage TP'd. He was at full mana. There's never a reason not to do that, so maybe a bit of a misplay. Though meanwhile, Weaver in the bot lane picking up the kill on So Yun. He tries to ult, but it's not in time. He's gonna go down, and Weaver's like, sweet. Now I'm really close. About 1,300, 400 gold off. Blarg, though, meanwhile, in the mid lane having trouble. Scar chasing him down, running him down, getting a double kill, actually. So gets the kill on Shredder, gets the kill on Blarg, takes out both the carry and the mid semi-carry hero.
Radiant's top tower is
and a double kill, so very nice for him. Nice boost in levels, and now TA may be able to start snowballing out of this game. Big meld hit on the Broccoli and Cheese. Going to continue to chase him. The concoction goes out. That's enough. OTC picks up that kill. So Armata Gaming may be running away with this one as they're chasing down Rarsum. But here comes the Weaver from behind. Shredder has shown up. Rarsum's going to die. Not going to be able to contribute much to this team fight. Jaw likely to go down. Maybe not. Trying to swap out. Is it going to be enough? Probably not. Weaver and Nyx have found him. There's a disruption by Static. Scar trying to do as much damage as he can. There's still enough mana for a time lapse, which is going to be popped now by Better with Bacon. And he can go in. Scar's going to drop. That's a big kill. Ooh, nice Iguchi doing a lot of damage. That's an Aegis, actually, so he's not going to drop. Now OTC maybe trying to turn this around. He's still got a bit of mana. He can pop his ult as well. Let's see. Broccoli and Cheese is back. Full health, full mana. Shredder, full health. Or sorry, full mana. A little low on health. Probably not going to fight. Although Weaver now about 1,000 gold away. So maybe 15 to 17 minute Lincoln Sphere, which is going to be pretty nice, especially with those treads built up as well. That's really not going to stop the meld hits from decimating Weaver, though. He's got to be pretty careful. It's also hard for Weaver to run through that acid spray.
Bottom tower is under attack. Has that ever
and being squishy, I guess the Fury Iron's ult, the damage will be thwarted by the Lincoln Sphere.
Under attack.
So he's got that.
Radiant's structures
Shadowblade is finished up on Alex, so not going super greedy. We can see he's going fairly defensive, and that probably explains, well now, because of the team fights and the tower gold, he's ahead of that Nyx. But Nyx, most likely, still more last hits, yeah. Normally, it'd be even or Alchemist, even slightly ahead, but only 2 in Grievous Greed, not going to be the case, being a little more offensive with 3 points in Concoction and 2 into the Acid Spray. Alright, so a little bit of a standoff top. Looks like Fabulous likely to win that, but they're going to get the mid-tier too, unless they do something about it, or force Scar to TP back, which indeed they have done. Maybe trying to take this fight. I don't know if they know about the Shadowblade. Didn't channel up a stun going into this. Blarg, though, has gone around on the backside, or no, is that Soyeon going to be in a bit of trouble? Actually, quite a bit of trouble. Maybe not. His team's there to back him up. Nice disruption there by Static. A swap into Broccoli and Cheese. Now he's going to be in a bit of trouble as well. Another Sprout is off. And a nice defensive disruption there by Static to save Soyeon, who I had written off. I thought he was dead for sure. But now, better with Bacon. He wasn't in that team fight, clearly. Pushing the bot lane right now. Maybe just trying to trade tier 2 for tier 2. Will he be able to do enough damage to this?
I don't mean to be
he's definitely going to be pushing slower than 4 heroes and a creep wave with treants. He'll be able to do some damage to it, but there's no way he's getting this tower. Meanwhile, the tier 2 bot for Fagos is going to fall. And Armata Gaming looking very good right now.
It seems that
5,000 gold lead, 3,000 XP lead, and growing. And after just getting another tower, we've got a bit of map control. Both towers on the top lane are gone. The mid tier 1 is gone. And the bot tier 1 is gone. When we've got an illusion rune sitting bottom, how could you miss it with the new spectator runes? It's pretty awesome. Actually helps out quite a bit. And lots of items being purchased up that I almost paid no attention to. I see one of those, the last one there being a gem. Let's maybe just check out the items as we watch TA pick up this rune and the Weaver farm. Blarg, not a whole lot. Ring of Aquila, Treads, Shredder, working towards some drums. He's got a phase right now. Maybe drums into an armlet. Looks like maybe what he's going for with those 2 items there. The Lincolns is almost done on Better with Bacon, as we see him farming now, and we'll continue to watch him do that. Broccoli and Cheese, nothing. Rarsum, nothing. Wards. Soyeon now has that Midas after an urn, so feeling a little confident about that. Going pretty much support utility items, as he's got a headdress, likely turning that into a mech. A big stack being cleared out here by OTC. He dies to neutrals. Classic OTC. A little unfortunate. You do spend quite a bit of time dead, and I don't think he bought, so yeah, maybe he's got 50 gold. I don't know, jury's out. Maybe it was intentional, but it looked like he was trying to run. Anyways, Shadowblade on the Alchemist. We've got a Blink Dagger going into potentially a BKB, but with the hammer first, likely just going to be that Desolator on the Scar.
Tower is under attack.
So taking a different build
like
than Blarg did last game on the TA with the Treads drums. Yasha tanking up, trying to attack a little faster. Sort of the Glass Cannon build with the Phase Boots and the Blink Dagger. And he's been having a good game, so probably a little able to get away with that, since he has so many levels from the solo kills that he's been finding. And I know this menu's been up forever, but Static, nothing, and Jaw. Vite Booster to tank up, Tread, so fairly tanky as Avenge, and a Gem. So the Weaver will... No, Weaver... Yes, the Weaver will give them a little bit less trouble, as he's completing that Lincoln's now. And the mech on Prophet is done as well. So we're all caught up on the items. And again, I don't know, a bit of a standoff, no fighting for right now. Score 15 to 7 in favor of Armata Gaming as we approach the 18.5 minute mark. Illusions, they're doing some scouting. I don't know, as far as the game plan for either team, well, they've got an Alchemist on the side of Armata Gaming, so of course they can just sit around, they can farm up. They've got a very strong Alchemist. He will get a Basher, and with that, he'll be able to take down the Nakes or the Weaver pretty easily, you know, one-on-one or within a team fight, focus them out. But there's still a Viper, so there's sort of 3 carries, 3 damage dealers that need to be dealt with. TA so far having a great game. Nature's Prophet lacking a little bit in the damage, so I don't know if they can rest too easy, as the late game seems like it actually might even favor Fabulous Fagos, but a lot of variables. Nature's Prophet split pushing, so yeah, I don't know, hard choice, likely why they're just like, alright, we can farm up, we're not going to give kills, maybe we gank, buy smoke if you want to do it, we'll see what happens from there. Meanwhile, pretty big item for Shredder has appeared. He's got phase, he's got the Bracer to tank up, maybe he goes a drum now. It does help the team. It's getting a little late, but you know, why not? It's good for team fights, tanks you up a little bit. But the armlet's there, that's going to help out quite a bit. And here comes that smoke actually that I was talking about, and they're going here for Shredder. Gonna get super close and stun. He actually goes for the hit, which I'm surprised Shredder not too quick on the fingers there for the rage, and permanently stunned there. OTC takes him out. That's a nice pick off, and he was there alone. His support's in the mid lane. Just try to get some farm now, I guess, as the push from all 5 is actually coming down, and we see Weaver in the bot lane with that Lincoln's. They know he has it. Hopefully they've clicked on him and they know he has it, so they'll have to plan accordingly in the next team fight if Weaver comes into this. Snake's still going to be down for 20 seconds as they look to get this tower, who actually, Scar did a ton of damage to it earlier. So it's already pretty low and likely going to drop here. But wow, the wave clearing power is strong with Fabulous Fagos. Fortify is up. If they want to fortify this, they will. Nax is going to be back in 2 seconds. He can TP right into this if he needs to. And looks like everyone going to be backing off. Maybe fake back. I'd say, oh no, it's Desolator actually just delivered. So the Desolator is up. Roche spawns in a minute. If they can take a nice engagement here on the side of Armata Gaming. Well, the bugs go out, the storm goes out. Everyone visible right now. Half Tear, rebuttal armor reduction, and vision. So no fight yet, but whoever wins this fight likely gets the next Roche, so it could be pretty influential to the outcome of the game. Checking the gold quickly before this gets started. We see the Dire. Pretty far ahead in terms of gold. That's like 2 big items right there. Oh, nice swap to start things off though by Jaw. Lumina bladed up. Blarg immediately bursted down. Scar gonna get that kill. Jaw does drop, so there goes the damage aura. OTC trying to do as much work as he can. The Lincolns has been popped. Shredder hit him pretty hard. Nice disruption there by Static, but he's gonna be met with Bacon. And Bacon's gonna take him down. Gonna take OTC as well. He's dominating. That's a double kill this team fight, and now he's continuing to chase. He's actually picked up the gem that was being held by Vengeful Spirit, and now Scar's gonna go down. So a really nice team fight, and the team fight that they needed. So was 15-7 last time I remember saying it. Now it's suddenly 18-12, a full team wipe. Only Blarg went down, but he did buy back. But I mean, with those results in that team fight, very, very worth it. And they can probably take this tower and do Roche. Might actually be able to do both.
Under attack.
Although Shredder getting kind of low. Crafts will be turning around shortly. There they start. Boom! Right back to 0 on the XP. So that 4,000 or 5,000 lead all but lost in that category. Gold shifting back towards the median as well. And I swear there have only been illusion runes this game. Runes sitting top, waiting to be picked up there by Alina.
Triple fire.
About the opposite of OCT's Visage. 1-6 right now is Broccoli and Cheese compared to, I think he managed to go 6 or 7-0 last game on the Visage, and that was going to be OTC, excuse me, that was playing that. And still going to maybe get the Roche. It looks like they will. So Armata Gaming, they could have lost more. Maybe Fagos just playing a little passive after sort of getting back into that game. And from what I've noticed, it's kind of their style. They play carefully. I've actually seen them every single early game. They kind of play from behind, except for a couple. But yeah, playing from behind in the early game, they wait for the other team to push. They generally have the late game based on their drafting, and maybe sacrifice their lanes slightly for that. Although in this game, I don't think they were planning on losing any of the lanes, but it turns out that they lost top. Mid was a bit of a wash as well. The only lane that they probably won was bottom because of the Weaver free farming. But even then, I mean, the Nature's Prophet was so mobile and did a good job early on. And with this mech, this urn, as well as the Midas, he's going to be able to flash farm into his next big item, the Sheep Stick, and just provide a lot of utility. And finally, going to bring forth some damage. But yeah, back to the point. Fagos not planning on losing the lanes. They kind of did. But once again, finding themselves right back into a game that they were trailing early in, and maybe going to take another team fight here as the bugs go out. They lash. Blarg, can he get his ultimate off on anybody? There's no Shadow Blade on the Prophet, so he's kind of an easy target right now. Courier is into the fray as well. The chase continues. There goes the Sprout. The Familiars, though, going to provide some static. Interesting disruption choice. But now, wow, fight turning nicely. A big stun there by OTC. Takes out 2, takes out 3. Although Weaver on the backside of that going to take out Shadow Demon, but that's a 3-for-1 trade, and they're continuing the chase. There's the buyback there by Shredder. He's going to get a double kill actually as he bursts down the Visage. He's going to drop immediately, and then So-Yun. Oh, the Rage was still available after the buyback, but a swap back into the team. Nice play there by Jaw, and the Melt Hit doesn't care about Armlet toggles because it does just as much damage as the health that the Armlet toggle gives you back. They have a mouthful there, but you get the idea as the push continues. So all 4 heroes that are alive currently down here, and they take that fight pretty convincingly. 18-12 to 23, so I think that was 5 for 4 kills for 1 in that last team fight, as well as picking off 2 Familiars. So a nice big money increase there to Scar, who's played a sick TA this game, and better with Bacon. He's up to his next big item now. He has it if he wants it. His buyback isn't on cooldown, likely not going to save for it at this point. I don't know. Yeah, not going to say for it. The Desolator is delivered.
It would appear Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And they got the rush prior to that, so who took that Aegis? It looks like they didn't even use it, so they gave the Aegis to Scar. He didn't drop in that fight, picked up a double kill. Shredder bought back and then died again, thanks to a nice swap there by Jaw. So a really nicely played team fight by Armata Gaming. The most tanky Vengeful Spirit you'll ever see, rolling around with a Vit booster and a bracer, as well as some power treads. So pretty tanky, able to swap and actually live, especially with the disruptions there by static. I don't know if the Nature's Prophet went down there. I thought he was trying to TP out, which I guess he wouldn't have been able to, so pretty nice disruption there on So-Young to keep him alive in that engagement. And then OTC with a really nice stun, and I believe a large meld Sideblade hit by Scar to take out three heroes from Fagos almost immediately down here in this vicinity. And now So-Young trying to get that split push going. Alchemist, Grievous Greed still at 2. So still not maxed. Gonna get there soon. Gonna make him even stronger farmer. Obviously, once he gets those maxed up, can probably get off kills. Check out the last hits. Weaver farming the most so far, followed by So-Young next, but he's going utility. Now getting a sheep stick, so he'll have a little bit of damage from that. The TA, really nice early game, lots of kills, 10 and 2. Pretty much all the items she's really gonna need for right now. BKB now, fresh BKB with 10-second charge. Blink Dagger and a Desolator, as well as the Phase. So she can chase down, she can burst damage in the team fights, and now she can even run around in the team fights with that BKB. Vanguard, interesting. Vanguard here finished up on Jaw, so he's pretty tanky, hard to bring down. 8 armor, also, you know, reducing that damage on attacks. Still fairly vulnerable to magic damage, of which there's a Laguna Blade, as well as a Soul Assumption and Saguchi, I guess. So there still is a bit of magic damage burst, but actually with her HP, really not enough to bring her down. Alright, better with Bacon. He's got the Deso, he's farming up Ancients, he's back to another 1,100 gold. But now we see Scythe of Ice finished up on So-Young. A smoke here on the Visage on the side of Fagos, so maybe looking to get something done with that if they sense an opportunity. But in the mid lane, the Sheep goes out, the Sheep is found, they have it. Shredder immediately taken down, Blark has thrown his ult out, the armor reduction from the Venge is coming in, and all the attacks, enough burst to take down the Nakes and the Viper there as well. Wow, as well as the Weaver goes down in the middle of that team fight, drops the gem, and then they take off Lina on the backside of that. So the Sheep Stick surprise there from So-Young coming in, taking out Shredder. Forces the engagement, thinking they can win that, which apparently they could not, as 4 heroes drop within a matter of seconds, and this push is just continuing here. So Armata Gaming looking strong here on game 2, way ahead in the kills, 27-13, way ahead in the golden XP as well, as they take the tier 3 tower and look to get a Rax. And the GG is once again called in the same, sort of the same fashion, but a much shorter game here in game 2. So well played to Armata Gaming. And at least for my casting in the CEVO Season 2 playoffs, gonna go into a third game with a best of 3, so 1-1 right now, and we'll catch you back there soon. But make sure to check out CEVO.com for the brackets, and also twitch.tv/FMBPDota for my streams and other casts of CEVO, and we'll be bringing you Game 3 in just a second.